What I have to share with you are a few details of an incredible business opportunity. Now, this is a system that works. Over 230 of us have already made over $1 million in cumulative bonuses. And in 2016, 421 people earned over $100,000, 24 earned over $1 million, and 4 earned over $2 million that year. And tens of thousands made lesser amounts. So the system works, no doubt about that. And although tens of thousands of people are already making money every week from this system, it is not for everybody. This system is for people who want more out of life. Now, I know we're all very busy, and we don't want to waste your time or ours. And this very short, simple presentation is designed to find out two things. Number one, do you want to make some improvements in your life? And two, do you qualify to see the full story by looking at a longer presentation? This opportunity is only for people who are prepared to learn. We have very simple systems in place, and we can teach anybody how to build a large, ongoing residual income. The first thing we have to learn is to think differently to the average person. You see, what happens with the average person, they look at their income level and then they budget. That's their normal mindset. We're forced to. Our whole goal is to live below the line. But where we have to start thinking differently is we have to start thinking about, what if I was to increase my income level? What if I increased my income circle? What if this was my new income? Then how would I live? How would I budget? What would be different? And this is crucial, to start thinking differently about what if. It's a matter of flicking this mental switch from our current reality to possibilities. The second thing we have to learn is that people who make money in different ways think totally differently. I mean, Robert Kiyosaki, in a book called Cash Flow Quadrant, describes this beautifully. He talks about the fact that you've got 4 types of people. You've got the employees who are working for a boss, the self-employed or a small business operator. They're running their own show. They might be a professional. They might be running a small company. They could have a large number of employees. But by Kiyosaki's definition, if they have to be there for the business to run successfully, they're an S. They're on the left-hand side of the quadrant. As distinct from the business owner, who by Kiyosaki's definition can take 12 months out of the business and the business will run quite successfully without him. And this is because he has systems in place to train and develop the people. And then you got the investors. They've got their money tied up in stocks, shares, bonds, real estate, or whatever. And so what we've got is you've got active income on the left-hand side of the quadrant. These people have got to be actively involved to be making the money each day, each week, each month, each year. And the guys on the right-hand side of the quadrant have got a passive income. The money just keeps coming in whether they're doing anything or not, physically themselves. 95% of the population lives on the left, only 5% live on the right. Right? And the 95% of the population share 5% of the income. The other 5% of the population share 95% of the income. So the guys in the right-hand quadrant end up with both time and money. They end up with both time and money. Now, to become a business owner, initially, you've got to be a small business operator. You've got to be the magic. You've got to go out and make it happen. But the thing is then to focus on putting systems in place so that you can easily train and develop the people so the whole thing can run without you. And it's quite possible for people that are employees to actually set up a business of their own alongside their normal job. And they can do this part-time from home. And then once they get that going, then they can focus on becoming a business owner. So they end up with a passive income. But the thing that Kiyosaki points out is the fact that people in each quadrant think totally differently. Now, most people have no problem understanding that the employee thinks differently to the boss. The boss thinks differently to the employee. But what we found over the last 20-odd years is the majority of people in the S quadrant, the small business operators and the self-employed people, they have no idea that the business owners think totally differently. I mean, the business owners, they focus on having systems in place. Whereas the people that are small business operators or self-employed, quite often their mindset is, I'm the best. I'm the magic. I can do this better than anybody else. And normally what happens if either the E's or the S's want to make more money, they have to put in more time. They have to put in more time. Whereas the business owners, they have systems in place. The amount of income is not limited by the amount of time they put in. And we have the best systems to train and develop you and your people so that you may become a business owner and not just a small business operator or self-employed where you are the magic. The third thing we have to learn is the incredible power of duplication. It is your efforts being duplicated hundreds and even thousands of times that enables ordinary people like you and I to make such huge incomes. This hypothetical example shows what will happen if you sponsor just one person per month and everybody in your group also sponsors one person per month. Now, sponsoring simply means to help, coach and mentor those people that you introduce to the system. So initially you become involved. Then in month 1 you introduce Tim. In month 2 you introduce Shane, and Tim introduces somebody else. And there's 2 in Tim's group, Tim and his friend. The 3rd month you go out and you introduce Linda. Shane introduces someone, as does Tim, as does Tim's friend. The 4th month you introduce Bill, and everybody introduces someone. And this just continues. And so at the end of 12 months, you've actually only enrolled 12 people. Tim, Shane, Linda, Bill, Sue, Angie, Chaz, Jean, Rob, Lynn, Tom and Harry. Tim at that point would have only enrolled 11. Shane 10, Linda 9, Bill 8 and so on. Tom's only enrolled 1. Harry none at that point. But overall now, there'd be over 4,000 people in your business. And if everybody was consuming only about $50 of products each week, you would be making about $6,000 per week, or $300,000 per year. Tim, whom you've introduced, would be making $3,000 per week, or $150,000 per year. Right? Shane would be making about $1,500 per week, $75,000 a year, and Linda would be making $750 a week, or $37,500 a year. It's important to understand that Tim would also have someone that he's introduced to be making $1,500 a week, or $75,000 a year. So you're helping a lot of other people to make a lot of money. And this system is for people who want to make more money immediately and are prepared to learn and work to get it. You've got to both learn and work. And it's also for people who want to set up an additional ongoing residual income for their retirement. And although this system has only just been released, it is based on principles that have been proven to work for over 50 years. Absolutely anybody can do it. Your education or current economic circumstance are not important. We all start at exactly the same level with the same opportunity. And your success depends entirely on the amount of work you put in. If you work the system works. There's no doubt about that. It's a business with a very low initial cost. You can join for just $25. You can then purchase any of the highly consumable products you choose, and they'll be delivered to you in a few days. It's a business with very low overheads. It's usually just part-time. You can run it from your home, and there are no geographic boundaries. You can extend your business to about 14 other countries and territories around the world if you wish. And the goal of the company is to be totally global in over 80 countries in the years to come. And so really we're only just getting started. And we have a simple, effective training system that will easily enable you to learn, do and teach. And this system is for people who want to belong to a group and have a lot of fun with other like-minded, positive, ambitious people who also want to impact the world. By using the products we have available, most people look and feel fitter, healthier, younger and more energetic. And many people also lose weight. This system is only for people who are prepared to help others. As Zig Ziglar says, if you help enough other people get what they want, you can have anything you want. The system works, there's no doubt about that. Massive success. If you feel that this opportunity may suit you and you want to know the full story, get back with the person who shared this part of the system with you. You can qualify to see the full presentation by simply telling the person who shared this video with you, 1, why you are interested, And 2, what changes would an extra 600 or even 6,000 per week make to you? You can do it. Thank you.